Hello and welcome to episode 9 of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. This is Project Aurora. Just gonna preface this at the beginning of the video like always. If you want to follow me on Twitch, you can follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/Project Aurora, where I play games other than JRPGs. I actually got into the Exoprimal closed beta, so if you think you're going to be interested in that, you should come and check out me playing Exoprimal on Twitch. I will be streaming it because I saw that I have permission to do so. Also, if you ever want to interact with me, recommend games, just want to, find other chill gamers to talk to, I'm all for that. You can join the community Discord as well, and that'll be in the links, and descriptions and stuff below. So, again, we're on episode 9. We finally got to chapter 2. It took a while. We actually got to see the Lord of Phantasma, and we fought another one of the devils, which was a pretty cool fight. We have another crystal to whom we can assume is probably Princess Claudia, or Chloe as they call her sometimes, as they know her as. In her alias, we're gonna see. I feel like potentially the Lord of Phantasma could just be trolling, but we'll see. With that being said, I'm getting ready to go ahead and jump into the chapter 3 of Trails in the Third, and I'm really looking forward to it. Oops, let's see here. Click inside the game. My mouse isn't working. There we go. Oops. That's autosave. Got him. Alright. Oh, there it goes. I'm so sorry, Kevin. I failed you as your mother. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Taking a dark turn. At least this way. At least this way, the two of us can. Ooh, he was having a nightmare, clearly. So I mean, we're probably gonna find out here, right? But that sounded really dark. I wonder what happened between him and his mother. We'll see. That dream again? How long is it gonna take before it goes away? It had to happen on Rufina's big day, too. I was hoping I'd be able to stop worrying her when I got older, but at this rate... I'm sure she's plenty used to you worrying her already. Oh, it's you, Reese. Don't scare me like that. How long have you been in here? For a while. We're supposed to be cleaning the chapel today, but you weren't getting up, so I came to check on you. You seem to be having a nightmare, though, so I thought I'd wake you. Oh, okay. Sorry, Reese. I was being a pain for you again, wasn't I? No more than usual. You've been a loser since the day I met you. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Damn. Ouch. Kick a guy while he's down, why don't you? Right? Harsh. Well, whatever. We don't want to be late for breakfast on Rufina's big day. So let's go and get this done. Alright. Rufina? Oh. Good morning, you two. I wasn't expecting to see you here this early. Are you on cleaning duty today? Yes, but... What are you doing up so early? You've got a long journey ahead of you. You need plenty of sleep or you're going to be exhausted before you even get there. I mean, isn't Arteria ages away from here? Well, yes.
しばらくはここでお祈りを捧げることもできないから。
But I won't be able to offer my prayers to Aidios here again for quite some time.
まとめてお祈りしようと思って早く起きちゃったの。
So I decided to get up early and pray for all the days I'm going to be missing too.
なんやそれ。
Seriously? That's why?
姉様らしい。
That's very you.
でも、そんなに忙しくなりそう？
Are you really going to be that busy though?
めったに帰ってこられないほど。
I thought you might be able to come home from time to time at least.
うん。ごめんね。
I wish I could say otherwise, but I probably will.
重騎士になったばかりだし、最初のうちはそれこそ寝る暇もないくらいだと思うの。
I've only just become a squire, so there'll be plenty of work in store for me. I'll be lucky to find time to sleep. Never mind, come home.
お仕事に慣れてきたら少しは余裕もできると思うけど。
I might be able to squeeze some time into my schedule once I've gotten the hang of the workload, but until then...
そっか。
Okay.
たく。だったらなおさら今のうちに休んどけばいいやん。
And that's why you've got to sleep now while you still can.
今からでも朝飯まで寝といた方がええんとちゃうか。
Come on, you've done enough praying for one day, so go back to bed until breakfast or something.
ケビン、冷たい。
You're so cold to me.
え
What? How?
お姉ちゃんが最後のひとときを一緒に過ごそうとしているのに邪魔者扱いするだなんて。
I thought you want to make the most of the time you've got left with me, but it's like you don't even want me here.
育て方を間違えちゃったかしら。
Did I do a bad job at raising you?
邪魔なんて一言も言うてへんやろ。
I never said I didn't want you here.
それに世話にはなったけど育てられた覚えはないし。
You might have done a lot for me, but raising me is a stretch.
ケイビン、素直じゃない。
It's okay, he's just embarrassed.
本当は姉様と話せて嬉しいくせに。
He's actually more than happy to talk to you. He's just terrible at showing it. Oh, get over yourself.
あらあら、本当？
Is that so now?
そっか。男の子だもんね。
I should have known. You're such a typical boy,
つ
Kevin.
い照れ隠しにそっけなくしちゃうのか。
They all act indifferent to avoid letting their loved ones know just how much they care.
反抗期真っ最中。
And don't forget, he's at that rebellious age, too.
このマイペース姉妹が
How have I managed to survive being twisted around your fingers for so long?
最初っから最後まで痛い気な少年の心をもてあそびやがって。
Is trying to toy with the hearts of innocent young boys a family thing or what?
あれから5年になるのか。
Oh, I'd hardly say young. It's been about 5 years by now, you know?
そうだ。列車に乗る前に街でチョコレートを買おうかな。
Ah, speaking of which, I think I'm starting to get a craving for some chocolate. Maybe I should pick up some on the way to the station.
もちろん、クイーンシーベルのね。
Quincy Bell, of course, for obvious reasons.
今だと新作のミントチョコがおすすめ。
Oh, their new mint chocolate's my current favorite.
コクがあるのに後味がすっきりしてていい仕事してる。
The fresh aftertaste mixes in with the chocolate's flavor really well.
それも美味しそうだけど、やっぱり定番のミルクチョコレートかな。
I'll admit, that does sound tempting. I think I'm more in the mood for the classic milk this time.
私たちの思い出の味だしね。
That flavor will always be a fond little trip down memory lane for me.
思い出の味って。
Because of how we met?
ケビン、やらしい。
Kevin, you're disgusting.
なんでやねん。
Why?
私たちみんなの思い出の味よ。
I think we all get that warm and fuzzy feeling when we look back on
あ
it.
れからいろいろあって、ケビンがここの子になって、毎日みんなで一緒に過ごして。
After all, the day you came to live with us, Kevin, was the start of many, many new and wonderful memories.
ここで過ごした思い出は、私のかけがえのない宝物だわ。
I treasure every single one I've made during these 5 years. They're all priceless to me.
姉様。
ルフィナ姉さん。
Then
だったらなんで騎士なんかになったんや。
why did you decide to become a squire and leave us?
どう考えても姉さんに似合ってるとは思えへんのに。
It just doesn't seem like the right job for you.
普通のシスターやったらここから町の礼拝堂にだって十分通えたはずやろ。
Even if you wanted to be in the church, couldn't you have become a sister at the chapel in town or something?
ごめんね。
I'm sorry, Kevin.
でも、私には適性があるらしいから。
Apparently, I've just got the aptitude for it, or so I've been told.
どうせだったらそれを生かしてみんなの役に立ってみたいの。
I feel like the best thing I can do is make use of that and try to help people in the best way I can.
すぐに落ちこぼれて出戻ってくるかもしれないけど。
Of course, there's always a chance I won't be cut out for it at all, and we'll have to come home anyway.
姉さんみたいなお人よしにそんなハードな仕事が務まるとも思えへんしな。
There's no way a girl as naive as you is gonna be any good with the kind of crazy tough stuff you'd have to do.
いつでも出戻ってくればええ。
You better come straight back home once you've had enough.
うんうん。
Nod.
そうなった時は優しく迎えてくれると嬉しいな。
Really? Well, if it does come to that, I'll be expecting a nice warm welcome from the two of you.
さてと、掃除をするなら私も一緒に手伝わせてね。
And with that, I believe this conversation has done a lovely job with helping you procrastinate cleaning for long enough. Should I lend a hand?
どうせなら隅から隅までピッカピカにしちゃいましょ。
If we're going to do the job, we might as well do it perfectly and have the whole chapel sparkling. Looks like we're now going to get backstory on what happened with his mom. Chapter 3, Golden Road, Silver Road. Two lights?
もしかして。
I wonder if the other one could be... What we about to see. Who is it? Oh, Sieg!
今のは
What just happened?
ユリアさん、
Julia?
確かアルセイユの演習に行かれていたのでは？
Did you not leave for a training exercise on board the Arseal?
殿下、本当にご無事でよかった。
I'm so relieved to see you safe, Your Highness.
それにジークまで一緒だったとはな。
I see Sieg is with you too.
その一体何がどうなって？
He is, but I'm not quite sure what's going on.
え？
What? どうも、ご無沙汰してます。
Long time no see.
お久しぶりです、クローゼさん。
Hi, Chloe.
えっ
Nod from Vander.
その妙なとこで再会するもんだね。
I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here.
ケビン神父、ティータちゃんにミラー少佐にジョゼットさんまで。
What are you all doing here?
それに
Oh,
クローゼ、久しぶりだね。
it's good to see you again,
ジー
Chloe.
クともども元気そうで何よりだよ。
And Zeke too, of course. You two look well.
ヨシア
Thank you.
さん、何が何だかよくわかりませんけど、こ
I'm not sure what to say.
れが夢なら覚めてほしくない気分です。
I feel like I should be waking up any moment now, but I'm not sure I even want to.
そんなことが
I see.
どうやら尋常ではない事態が起こっている最中のようですね。
We found ourselves in quite the predicament, haven't we?
その異界化したオートというのが偽物だったのは幸いでしたが、
I'm relieved to hear that the empty grand cell you found wasn't the real city, at least, but still.
ただし本物のオートが無事である保証はありません。
Unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily rule out the real capital being in danger.
あれほど大きな空間を寸分たがわず再現できる力、
We're dealing with something that has such great power, it can create a flawless replica of a vast city.
どんな影響を他に及ぼすか分かったものではありませんから。
There's no telling how far its influence could
リ
extend.
ース殿、何もそのような。
Reese, surely there's no need to worry or so.
いえ、そう言っていただけると事態の深刻さも実感できます。
We have nothing to gain from shying away from the truth. If anything, she's helping me better understand the gravity of the situation we're
わ
in.
かりました。どうか私も協力させてください。
I'd like to help with the investigation if I can.
微力ながら皆さんのお力になれるかと思います。
I'm not sure I could do much more than what you're already doing, but I won't drag you down.
殿下、しかし。
But, Your Highness,
ごめんなさいユリアさん。
I'm sorry, Julia, but I'm afraid nothing you can say will change my mind.
ですが王都、場合によってはリベール全体を巻き込むかもしれない事態です。
I may not fully understand the situation we're in, but I do know that it threatens the safety of our capital, perhaps the whole nation.
ここで何もしなければ王太女などという過ぎた名前を名乗っている意味がありませんから。
I'd be a disgrace as a crown princess if I were to just stand by and do nothing while the people I will one day rule over are threatened.
黒瀬
Wow, you're amazing, Chloe.
御意。
As you wish, Your Highness.
それじゃあ殿下
Well,
改めてよろしく頼
welcome
み
to
ま
the
すわ
team.
こちらこそ皆さんの足を引っ張らないよう頑張りますね。
Great, I'll do what I
それ
can.
で当面の目的地は封印区画の最王にあったという転移の魔法陣でしょうか。
So, is our next destination that teleportation circle at the end of the sealed area?
ええあそこに入れば次の場所に行けるはずですわ
Yeah, that should let us travel to the next area.
正確に言うと次の清掃にと言うべきか
Or by the sounds of it, to the next plane.
清掃
Yeah.
察するにこの影の国を構成している概念のようですね。
That appears to be the technical name for the various areas that make up the land we're in.
女神のいます空、人の暮らしている地上、そして罪人が裁かれる煉獄。
It's a concept used in the Septine Church too. Our world is made up of a number of planes or realms situated on top of one another.
さらにこれら3つの間に折り重なるようにして存在するという無数の階。
At the top is the sky where the goddess dwells. Below that is the earth where we live. And at the bottom lies Gehenna, where sinners are judged.
必要教会における世界の概念に近いかもしれません。
Those are the main three, but in between them, there are countless other planes or realms too.
ということは
So in other
下れ
words,
ば下るほど女神の加護が届かなくなるというわけか
the farther down we descend, the less blessings of the gods will be able to reach us.
ちょっと不吉なこと言わないでよ。
Hey, can you not say stuff like
た
that?
だでさえ心臓に悪いような化け物がうようよしてんのに。
With all the creepy monsters roaming around, it's freaky enough around here as it is.
何を小娘のようなことを
You sound like a child who's afraid to walk around the house when the lights are off.
ああ孫う方なき小娘だったか
Although I suppose that does make sense, given that you truly are a child.
なんだと？
I am so not a child.
偽
Anyway,
物のグランセルが第二清掃ということは。
if that fake crit cell was the second plane, sorry, excuse me, the next one's the third, right?
やっぱり次の場所は第三清掃なんでしょうか。
I mean, it sounds obvious, but I'm not sure it's all going in one clear direction or if we might run into a fork at some point.
ああ間違いないやろ
I think straightforward is a safe assumption to make for now.
影の王の狙いはともかく何かを仕掛けてるんは確実や
And while we might not know what the Lord of Phantasma wants with us, we know it's nothing good.
万全の準備をしてから向かった方が良さそうやな
So even if it's not like that, that doesn't change how ugly this could get. So let's get ready for just about anything. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead?
どうしたリース
Hmm? Something wrong, Reese?
なんか気になることでもあるんか
If you think you might have figured something out, the rest of the class will love to hear about it.
いえ、
No, it's nothing important.
準備が整い次第、改めて封印区画の最下層に向かいましょう。
You're right, we should start getting ready to leave.
あと余裕があれば各地に置かれている扉も調べた方がいいかもしれません。
It may be worth our while to investigate some of the doors we've encountered thus far too.
ああ、あちこちに唐突に置かれてるやつだね。
Yeah, I don't know what's up with those things, but there sure are a ton of them.
どうやら敵が仕掛けたものでもなさそうですし
At the very least, they don't seem to have been placed by any of our foes.
調べてみる価値はありそうですね。
I'm all in favor of investigating them too. Alright. An all-rounder with powerful arts, she can raise allied morale. Expert at recovery arts, possesses useful spellcrafts. I think that Chloe is useful here. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Good to have Chloe again. It was really good recovery arts in the HP. Ooh, here we go. Oh, she came with some good stuff here. So we got HP 2, Mind 2, Shield 2. course her art's by 3%, but I guess she's not really casting offensively. Got EP cut to her. Actually, I'm actually completely satisfied with her lineup, and I don't wish to change it in any capacity. I will remove some of these. Actually, you know what? I lied. There are some things that I will change. But it may not necessarily be specifically with her stuff. Max HP 6%. I like that. I like that. Shield 2. That's the one I kind of want to change. And I want to give her an action 2. For more speed. Alright, I'm gonna lose Sylphin Guard, Sylphin Wing, Airstrike, and Airy. But I will get Clock Up EX and Clock Down. I think Clock Down's pretty important. Pretty soon I might be able to actually get Orbital down. Ooh. Oh, no, the EP2 I keep. I like heal, but I don't think she needs it. Oh, it has to be there. If I do... What's it called? If I replace this... Does this have to be? Hold on a second. Water Quartz only. And then this one also is a... Water Quartz only, isn't it? So unless I'm willing to sacrifice something else... Ooh! A's might be the wave. Get Earth Guard, I get Crest, I get Chaos Brand. I will lose Clock Up EX though. Let's see. Well, decent support crafts, good recovery. Oh, she doesn't have AoE heal though. She loses the AoE heal on that, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. Actually, she doesn't have AoE heal now because I changed. Oh, shield 3. Of course she was using shield. Huh. We'll go with that for now. I still don't know how I feel about it overall, but we're gonna let it rock. I did get some different ornaments. Move stays. EP2. If I use him less as a caster, and I do hate. Oh. No, that stays. That's gonna stay too. I want to figure out something else. We're gonna turn this to Haze. He doesn't have EP cut, which is somewhat meh. Yeah, I don't actually really know how I want to optimize my ports at the moment. Actually, oh wait, you know what? He's got so much healing stuff already. But she's gonna be the main healer now, I think. Huh. So let's switch it up a bit. Maybe we can make him more offensive? And he's like a backup healer? Never mind. I have no idea. No idea what I'm going with this one. I'm gonna need more access to more ornaments and or quartz rather. Let's see. We'll worry about this later. Let's see if there's any doors that we can do. Sun doors, spring to be the only go. Billows to fish. Fist of steel. Okay. I probably have been at 100 battles by now. Boy with the Eyes of Amber and Princess with Indomitable Will. So let's go to Star Door 2 and 3. Surely I've done 100 battles by now, right?
武君なき者我が扉をくぐるに値せず認められたくば戦いを重ね
Yes. All right, this one open. I've struggled through 100 battles. Star Chamber.
ここに記憶のかけらと祝福を与えん
I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing.
ノーザンブリア旧大公国における潮の杭による被害状況。
Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale.
並びに杭についての研究報告。
Also contained within is research on the Pale
アル
itself.
テリア報告。風星賞。
Holy City of Arteria, Congregation of the Sacrament.
母なる女神の身元にある意図尊敬すべき主婦。
I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess.
機密、枢密内覧に限り、本書の閲覧を許可す。
This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with the clearance to do
た
so.
だし、一部秘匿事項については、文字を止まつせるものなり。
Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Suspicious.
杭出現の事件経過。
Progression of events after the Pale's appearance.
七曜暦1178年7月1日
July 1st,
午前5時
1178,
45分
5:45 a.m.
ゼムリア大陸北部ノーザンブリア旧大公国現在は自治州ハリアスク大聖堂
Goodness,
よ
stop
り
baiting me.
緊急の知らせあり
An urgent report came in from Halius Cathedral in the then Principality, now estate, of North Ambria and Northern Zemuria.
旧皇都ハリアスク近郊に雲をつくがごとき白き巨柱が出現との内容
It stated that a giant white pillar, so tall it appears to kiss the clouds, had appeared on the outskirts of the city.
報告者であるアレクセイ司教は痛く同様の体
Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening.
審問会の究明を受け隣国にて別の任務に当たっていた聖杯騎士2名第8位皇天使士と重騎士1名に同地への派遣が言い渡される
By urgent order of the committee, 2 knights of the Grosritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. I don't know if Reese's sister was the Roaring Lion or the squire, but I have a feeling this relates to her.
聖杯騎士は当時運用が開始されたばかりであった特殊作戦艇メルカバ8号機を借り現地へ急行
They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Please note that the Merkabas had only recently been put into use at this
同
point.
日午前6時22分
They arrived promptly,
各て確認されたのが
and at 6:22 a.m., this is what they saw.
現在潮の杭として知られている物体である
Enclosed is a photograph of the object now known as the Salt Pail.
杭と名付けられてはいるが発見当初の全高は数百アージュを超え
At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pale would suggest.
大地からそそり立つ巨塔とでも言うべきようであった
It was a more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arcs into the air.
当時の状況を聖杯騎士は以下のように報告している
The two knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival.
コートハリアスク方面よりあられ混じりの猛烈な向かい風やがてそれが氷でなく潮のかけらであることに気づく
We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Halios. Or so it appeared at first, till we eventually realized the storm contained not ice, but salt.
物体の表面はすでに潮に覆われて見えず
The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath.
周囲の大気は潮の微粉と化して沈降を続けその様はあたかも桃源にしんしんと降る雪のごとし
The surrounding air has become powdered salt and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra.
塩化と呼ぶべきその現象の進行速度は凄まじく、被害は瞬く間に拡大し、
The spread of that salinification, I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. The spread of that salinification process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye.
聖杯騎士の到着した頃には旧コート全域が塩と化し、逃げ遅れた市民多数、死境も含まれるの犠牲が確認された。
By the time the Grolsch Ritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost.
出現から一昼夜、
Yet the spread did not stop there.
旧コート北部に広がる広大な針葉樹林帯が結晶化して崩壊。
A day after the salt pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed.
橋梁が落ち、主要な街道のすべてが通行不能となる。
Bridges also collapsed, rendering all of the main highways out of the city unusable.
当時の元首バルムント大公はこの時すでに隣国へ避難していた。
Please note that by this point, then ruler Prince Balman had already fled the country to a nearby
出
nation.
現から2日、
2 days passed since the pail's
国土の
appearance.
約半分が塩の海と化す。
By this point, roughly half of the entire principality had become a sea
ブ
of
レーブ
salt.
川に遮られた南部地域へ住民の大多数が避難。
Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the River Greve, I'm not sure, stood between it and the affected
出
area.
現から3日未明、
Finally, 3 days after the pail's
ようや
appearance,
く塩化の進行が停止する。
the
聖杯騎士
salinification process stopped
旧
at
コート
dawn.
ハリアスクの調査のため前進を開始。
As a result, the knights were able to advance in the capital of the Halias with the hope of investigating the salt
同
pail.
日午後、聖杯騎士は塩の杭に到達するが、
That afternoon, they finally reached it.
それは発見当初とは変わり果てた姿で見出された。
That afternoon they finally reached it, but what they had found looked completely different from how the pail had before. When I read that too fast. English is hard. I'm sorry, guys. But what they found looked completely different from how the pail had before when they first arrived in North Ambria.
塩化現象の中心地にて見つかった杭は全高わずか 2.5 アージュ余り。
In the center of the salinified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 Aragon height.
表面には何かにえぐられたような条痕が確認された。
Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt. Rather, it looked as if something had been carved out of it.
塩化現象の進行に伴って杭本体の質量が減少していったと推測される。中期終わり。
It is now believed that the pail's mass decreased as the salinification process progressed.
大地を塩溶かす圧倒的な力は失われたとはいえ、杭本体には未だ塩化の能力が残っており、
In its smaller state, the pail had lost its power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to salinify was still very much
た
intact.
とえわずかでも直に接触さえ持てば、どんな対象をも瞬時のうちに塩の結晶へと変えてしまう脅威を秘めていた。
Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care.
そこで聖杯騎士は本山より届けられた聖具グレイプニールの力を用い、非接触にてこれを回収。
Excuse me, I had to yawn there. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Grolsch required the use of the sacred tool Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the high seat in
以後
Arteria.
今日に至るまで塩の杭は本山奥深く厳重に封印されることとなった。
Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away deep within the high seat in Arteria.
かくて回収は無事に行われたが、杭が当国にもたらした被害は甚大なものだった。
Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant.
近隣諸国への被害は皆無であったものの、
No damage
結
to the
果的
surrounding
に
nations was
5つあっ
reported.
た行政区のうち 旧皇都を含む3つが壊滅。
But it resulted in the destruction of the 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the principality, including its
諸
capital.
外国からの旅行者などを含め、総人口の実に3分の1にも上る数の命が犠牲となった。
Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives.
突如として降りかかった厄災は、人心にただならぬ不安と恐怖を与え、
This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused due to its sudden outbreak. The hearts of North Ambria's people were overwhelmed with fear and
信
uncertainty.
仰上の観点からも、必要教会による事後処理が急務とされた。
From a humanitarian and a religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but
そこで
necessary.
審問会は、直ちに統治の救済として各種人員の派遣を決定し、
The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right
現地
away.
における礼拝堂の立て直しと、心身に負担を抱えた国民の手当てに注力。
And upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and the healing of both the physical and mental wounds of the people.
合わせて、身寄りを失い孤児となった子供らについては、福音施設にて身を預かり、その将来に至るまでを見届けることとした。
Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken into a gospel facility, where they would be cared for until
なお、
adulthood.
一面を塩と化した北部の地域は事件以降、教会の厳正なる管理下に置き、一般人の立ち入りを一切禁止している。
The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It had been a restricted area ever since.
復帰。
Supplementary note.
しばしの後、当国の元首であったバルムント元大公は国政の立て直しを図るが、
After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmont, attempted to rebuild the
近
government.
接の事態にあって自らの身の身を案じた元首にもはや権威はなく、
But given that he had led the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was
翌
gone.
年には民衆による武装蜂起が起こり、ノーザンブリア大公国は崩壊。
The following year, the country's people led an uprising, and the Principality of North Ambria was no more.
後に選挙によってその代表を選出する民主議会が発足し、以降大公国は自治州として生まれ変わることとなる。
Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of
ま
now.
たその際、旧軍部は自警団として再編することになるが、
This was also when the former principality's armed forces reformed as a vigilante corps.
貧窮の自治州にあって、その大半の者が早急なる外貨の調達を考え、
Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost
結果、
importance.
北の傭兵と称される大規模な傭兵部隊が誕生することとなる。
This was how the large-scale Jaeger Corps known as the Northern Jaegers were first established. Oh, interesting. So that's how the Jaegers came to be.
こうして事件は世俗的には結末を迎えたが、
As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail
競
ends.
技的な問題も含め、いくつかの重大な謎が残された。
But a number of very important questions still remain
そも
unanswered.
そも、杭はどこから現れたのか。
Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came
数
from.
百アージュを超える巨大物体が都市の近郊に出現したにもかかわらず、出現の瞬間に関する情報は全く得られていない。
Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first
空間
appeared.
転移に類する現象によって旧コート近郊に出現したと考えるのが有力であるが、あくまで類推の域を出ていない。
The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this, or any other theory.
さらに重大なのが杭の競技場の位置づけである。
Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Septian Church.
塩の杭は 古代異物とは一線を画する存在であり、
The
より
pale is
本源的な女神の創造の力の現れ、神門界闘神。
The pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's powers of creation. Committee
そう
report.
考えざるを得ないのが現状での我々の知識の限界である。
With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth.
杭を七四方の一つと対比する説もあるが、聖典あるいは伝承との類似は特に発見されていない。
There are some who have proposed it may be one of those of the septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief.
これらの難問にいつの日か回答すべく、風星省管内では現在も杭の研究が続けられており、
Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the salt pail to this day. So, actually, given how long ago this was based on the report, maybe it wasn't Reese's older sister that was there.
その中からは杭を女神からの恩恵と捉え、むしろ教会の使命に用立てる方法すら考案されている。
The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Idios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. Is that the arrow? Oh! That's what Kevin used to kill, Wiseman. I think.
杭の破片を高圧水流で加工した聖具。
The most realistic of these
現在、
plans is using it
最
in
も
the
実現性の
manufacture
高い
of a
計画
sacred
である。
tool used for execution.
塩の結晶で作られた筒を装着して用いることで、直接触れることなく、杭を目標に投射できる。
Let's see here. Parts of the pail are cut away using high pressure water and then surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact.
攻撃対象が人間であれば、数秒で全身が結晶化して死に至り、
Should the bolt make successfully contact with a human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere
い
seconds.
かなる手段を講じても、その蘇生は不可能である。
There are no known means for reversing or stopping the
杭の
process.
正体が解明されていない現状では、軽々しく用いるべきでないことは確かであり、人道的な観点からも問題は指摘されているが、
This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of. For one thing, there are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this manner.
しかし、確実に抹消すべき対象が存在する場合には、極めて有効な制御であることをご記憶願いたい。
Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out.
研究は今後も継続して行われる予定である。
It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. Yeah, that's how Kevin
本
killed
聖具に
Wiseman.
関する追記。
Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool.
年月飛行前活動に限り本聖具の使用が開始される。
They censored it. Trial use begins of the sacred tool. Top secret work only.
年月抹殺に対し神門会より使用の命下る。
Permission granted to use in the execution of. This is censored, but if I remembered Wiseman's name, Weiss M. No, that isn't right.
年月抹殺にて使用。ボウガンより投射。
Use the execution of blank fired from bow gun. Maybe that's what Kevin did. Let me see. Weiss. That's all censored.
結
Whatever.
果は極めて良好。周辺への被害は皆無のまま。
Results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area.
対象を完全に抹消することに成功した。
The target was also successfully erased.
中期
Appendix
抹消者
about the target.
は 塩の食い事件の被災孤児。
The target, whose name is censored, was orphaned by the Salt Pail when it first appeared.
以下略歴。
A brief history of blank is as follows.
七曜暦1180年、七曜教会に入信。
S1180 joins the Septian Church.
七曜暦1185年、風星省に入省。政務官に就任。
S1185 joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official. This is definitely about Wiseman.
七曜暦1190年、司教に少女。
S1190 promoted to bishop.
七曜暦1195年、下法と認定。破門。
1195 declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. Side story: the Salt Pail finished. I need to go back and like watch a video of like the Petrify 3500 meter. Interesting. All right, we're gonna save there. I'll make 2 saves here. And this one's about 46 minutes long here. I think I'm fine with stopping here for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for this episode of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Again, follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/Project Aurora or join the community Discord as you'll find in the description below. With that, I'm thankful for you guys watching it. If you have anything else you want to play me in the future, want me to see me play in the future after I get through this, very lengthy series of Trails in the Sky, or maybe even before I finish it, if we like slow down on it, just let me know. Thanks everyone and take care.